Farrah Fawcett's smile and name were recognized all over the world, but what most people knew about her was only a small part of who she really was. She was more than the image seen on posters, magazine covers, and TV screens. Even today, in 2025, her name is in the headlines again. Her bronze sculptures recently sold for nearly $500,000 at auction, and young celebrities are copying her famous feathered hair, known as the Farrah flip. Salons have even reported a 40% increase in requests for the style. But beyond the fashion and nostalgia, new details about her later years have come to light, revealing the difficult struggles she faced behind the scenes in Hollywood. Farrah was not just a beautiful face, she fought battles most people never knew existed. Farrah Fawcett was born Mary Farrah Lenny Fawcett on February 2, 1947, in Corpus Christi, Texas. She was the younger of two daughters in a small, conservative family. Her mother, Pauline Alice, stayed at home and came from a family with Choctaw roots. Her father, Kenneth Martin Fawcett, worked on oil rigs, which meant the family had to live frugally. Farrah attended St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church School, where the strict environment helped build her sense of discipline and routine. Her older sister Diane, who would later change her name to Donna, shared the same small-town life with her. From a young age, Farrah showed a spark of creativity and independence. By age 5, she was already winning local art contests and creating drawings and sculptures that seemed beyond her years. This early talent and determination would stay with her throughout her life. As she grew older, Farrah's natural beauty began to attract attention. At W.B. Ray High School in Corpus Christi, she was recognized not only for her artistic abilities but also for her striking looks. She was voted most beautiful every year throughout her high school career, a distinction that quietly shaped her confidence. Teachers also noticed her focus and discipline, traits that would later support her as she navigated the pressures of fame. In 1965, she won a beauty scholarship to the University of Texas at Austin and originally planned to study microbiology. She lived in Mayfair House on Pearl Street, joined the Delta 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 sorority, and tried to fit into campus life. But life had other plans. Photos of her beauty caught the attention of Hollywood publicists, and by 1967, she made a bold decision to drop out of college and move to Los Angeles to pursue acting. She had no strong family support pushing her, she followed her own inner drive. Arriving in Los Angeles was challenging. Casting directors repeatedly turned her down, and work was scarce. She took whatever jobs she could get, from washing hair in salons to doing print ads, living frugally while trying to get noticed. In 1969, she took a daring step that divided opinion. She posed nude for Esquire magazine. Some called her courageous, others said she ruined her career before it even began. The backlash was intense, but the exposure made her impossible to ignore. Around the same time, Farrah's hair became her signature. She embraced a feathered style inspired by the natural beach waves she loved as a child in Texas. Initially, casting directors criticized it, saying it looked too all-American and easy to stereotype, but the public loved it. The hairstyle became iconic and helped define an entire decade. Even with her growing fame, Farrah remained a shy and private person at heart. Her parents worried about her choices and encouraged her to return home, but she was determined to follow her own path. In 1968, she tried modeling in Japan, hoping for new opportunities, but instead experienced loneliness and culture shock. She returned to Los Angeles with a clearer sense of purpose and began signing major modeling contracts. By the end of 1968, she had appeared in over 100 television commercials for brands like Max Factor and Noxzema, earning a reputation as the girl next door. Even as opportunities increased, she set boundaries. When Playboy and other high-paying offers came, she refused them, asserting control over her own image. Her refusal limited some jobs but ultimately set her apart as someone who would not allow Hollywood to define her entirely. Farrah's first film experience came in 1969 with the French comedy Love is a Funny Thing. Though her role was small and without lines, it gave her insight into the film set and directors' expectations. In 1970, she earned her first speaking role in Myra Breenage, acting alongside Raquel Welch. The movie was controversial, drawn from Gore Vidal's novel, and the production was chaotic. Farrah later called it one of Hollywood's sleaziest projects, feeling pressured into it by her then-boyfriend, Lee Majors. Although the film flopped, it increased her recognition, proving that fame could grow even when the work itself was difficult. Between 1969 and 1970, Farrah appeared on television shows like The Flying Nun and Mayberry RFD. Her roles were small, but she became known for her presence and charm. However, she often felt boxed in by scripts rewritten to emphasize her looks rather than her talent. This frustration fueled a desire for more substantial roles, where she could prove she was more than a pretty face. Meanwhile, her personal life accelerated. She met Lee Majors on an Italian film set in 1968. Their romance made headlines, increasing her visibility, but it also created pressure. Majors reportedly wanted her to quit modeling and focus on him, but Farrah kept pursuing her career. Their relationship planted cracks that would widen over time. In 1976, Farrah released a red swimsuit poster shot by photographer Bruce McBroom. It sold over 12 million copies, becoming the best-selling poster in U.S. history. Despite the overwhelming success, she felt uneasy about being treated like an object. She began incorporating her own sculptures into photo shoots, attempting to shift attention from her body to her creativity. That same year, she was cast as Jill Monroe on Charlie's Angels, which premiered on September 22, 1976. The show became an instant hit, drawing nearly 60% of TV viewers by the end of the first season. Farrah became a global icon, and her hair was so famous that people joked it carried the show. But behind the glamour, the work was grueling. Shoot days lasted up to 18 hours, the press was relentless, and she was paid only $5,000 per episode, far less than her contribution deserved. Conflicts with producers and jealousy from Majors intensified the pressure, leading her to leave the show in 1977 after just 8 episodes. This bold decision shocked Hollywood, as she walked away from a lucrative contract. Her departure triggered a legal battle over merchandising profits and attempts to blacklist her. The industry was unkind to stars who challenged power, but Farrah's courage changed the conversation about actor rights. By the end of 1977, her image was everywhere, in lunchboxes, dolls, and board games, and she had earned substantial royalties from her poster alone. However, her first major film after leaving Charlie's Angels, Logan's Run in 1976, revealed the challenges of transitioning from television to film. Critics said her performance felt wooden, a result of being rushed into the role without preparation. The movie performed moderately at the box office but did little to protect her reputation as a serious actress. Farrah's personal life also suffered. Her marriage to Lee Majors, which began in 1973, deteriorated as both careers grew. The media spotlight on their relationship added strain, and by 1979 they were separated, with the divorce finalized in 1982. During this period, Farrah took on roles in films like Sunburn in 1979 and Saturn III in 1980, but both projects were critical and commercial disappointments. On the set of Cannonball Run in 1980, a stunt accident left her double paralyzed, further underscoring the risks she faced in Hollywood. By the early 1980s, typecasting limited her opportunities, forcing her to audition for soap operas and face financial struggles. Despite setbacks, she remained committed to her craft. In 1983, Farrah took on the Broadway play Extremities, playing a woman who turns on her attacker. The performances were physically and emotionally intense, leaving her with bruises and requiring therapy to process the trauma. This role marked a turning point, earning her critical acclaim and establishing her as a serious dramatic actress. She reprised the role in the 1986 film adaptation, improvising much of the dialogue and earning a Golden Globe nomination. In 1984, she starred in The Burning Bed as Francine Hughes, a woman who sets her abusive husband on fire, earning an Emmy nomination and proving her dramatic range. She continued to take challenging roles, including Small Sacrifices in 1989, portraying Diane Downs, a mother who killed her children, which earned her another Emmy nomination. Farrah's personal life continued to be complicated. She had a long-term relationship with Ryan O'Neal, with whom she had a son, Redmond, in 1985. Their relationship was tumultuous, with infidelities causing heartbreak. In 1997, Farrah discovered Ryan with another woman, an event that devastated her emotionally. Despite this, she continued to fight for her career and rights, suing her production company for underpayment over small sacrifices and winning $1.5 million. She also faced physical assault from a producer, taking legal action and exposing issues of power abuse in Hollywood, earning national attention. Farrah remained privately connected to a long-term friend, Greg Lott, who supported her emotionally for decades. She also struggled with substance abuse quietly, entering rehab in 1982, and later speaking publicly about it in 1997 to remove stigma and help others understand addiction. In 2006, she faced a major health challenge when diagnosed with stage 0 anal cancer at age 59. Despite treatment, the cancer returned in 2007, spreading to her liver. She documented her battle in a 2009 NBC documentary, showing her hair loss, hospital visits, and struggles, aiming to present the raw reality of illness. She also pursued experimental treatments in Germany, demonstrating courage and determination in the face of uncertainty. Farrah passed away on June 25, 2009, at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, with Ryan O'Neal and close friends by her side. Her funeral was held at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels, and she was buried at Westwood Village Memorial Park next to Rodney Dangerfield. Fans and friends mourn not just her beauty, but her bravery and resilience. Her foundation, the Farrah Fawcett Foundation, continued her legacy, raising millions for cancer research and supporting over 100 studies worldwide. Her influence remained, with her iconic hairstyle inspiring a new generation, and her impact on female representation in media echoed in later adaptations of Charlie's Angels. Her son Redmond faced struggles with addiction, and her will provided a trust to protect his financial needs, reflecting her enduring care and foresight. In 2025, her sculptures sold for significant sums, and Cher's memoir brought renewed attention to her life and legacy, highlighting her artistry, personal strength, and determination. Farrah Fawcett's life story remains a testament to her courage, creativity, and the complexity behind the image of an icon, showing that her true legacy extends far beyond fame, posters, and television screens.